Hello everyone, welcome back to Yokai Temple, and as you can see, once again, the village has changed, because, well, firstly, the pneumatic craft plants you can see over my head there continue to infest basically anywhere with a bone meal effect. But other than that, we have a few more houses this way. Pretty much none of these have actual interiors just yet. They're all pretty much just like empty shells for the most part. I think this one's actually the only one that has functional multiple levels other than the warehouse. But other than that, yeah, we recently updated Farmcraft, so we get champion mobs dying in, like, grinders all the time a ton. So I think that's how those work, I could be wrong. But let me see, we've got, Kiyoshi over there running around on his own. He now has a sharpness-free diamond sword, which means his sword actually deals 1 point less damage than mine does. His armor isn't too bad either, so hopefully he'll do okay. So, let me see, we've got a bunch of folks around. Let me see if I remember which ones here. So, on our inventory, we have Yosai Endo, who is just over here, I believe. Yep, there he is. He is our medic. He is running around making sure that everyone is perfectly healthy and fit and whatnot, which is good in the case of, like, a zombie attack, which we have quite a few. I did have him previously running around tailing Hayabuchi Kiyoshi, but that ended up with some weird conflicts in his behavioral algorithms, so I just had him running around on his own combat routine now. We've got the Yuyatama siblings, Kaori and Gigi, who are Miko up here at the temple. Yep, there they are. And I've got them wearing some degree of armor. They're both archers for the most part, and they're just set to check the same location. Oop. And it's nighttime, so everyone should be much easier to find at least. Excuse me, sirs. So yeah, these are the Yuyatama siblings. Yuyatama Kyodai, I think that would be. So they're both in here. Tanaka Goro is not named after a fan, but, oh, jeez, what are you doing down here, dude? Yeah, no wonder you're hungry. You haven't, like, exited the shrine in, like, a week. Yeah. Okay, one moment whilst I sort the... Oh, it's also it's raining. Great. Let me tell you to get down here. Come on. Path your way, sir. Tanaka Goro, yes. He is actually... He might actually be the only person living in here nowadays. Goro is living in this house with Satomi and Ai. So he is looking very much the grizzled farmer type. I like him. He looks really nice. After him, we have Shikio Satomi, who is just upstairs from here. I love that I've somehow managed to memorize basically where everybody is. So here we have Satomi. I forget who she's named after. That might be KR Shush. And also we have Kami Ai, otherwise known as Love Turtles, or the Kami Shell. Hence the name Kami Ai. These two are our current couriers, so they handle the transit of all manner of things all around. Food I've got going for ender chests now, so they don't have to worry about that too much, but they still have to feed it into, like, the furnace. Ryu Risuto is named for Serana Dragon Tongue. Oop, I get a midnight snack. I haven't set upkeeps on these people, so they're all pretty much going around the same thing. Risuto's moved a few times, and there's a reason for that, because every single time that I put her in a house, she manages to find some way to, like, enter the bowels of the earth or die. So I'm trying to find, like, somewhere that she can wander around without managing to, like, get murdered. And she's currently taking shelter under a beam here, I see. Yeah, sorry, we haven't got this, like... I prefer to put people in houses that actually have roofs, but we're running low on them in terms of Risuto. But yeah, she's hanging around quite nicely. Thankfully. Mizuki Ayu is on my list. I haven't added them yet, but their skin is available inside the pack. Miyamoto Naru is our last Dave, and I have actually skinned him myself. So here we are. Here is Dave. Here is the local Dave. Yeah. Actually, I might need to update your texture a little bit, because I think that's folded the wrong way. I think that's actually folded the way that you do for corpses, which is a thing I had no clue existed, but now I'm aware, so I shall have to fix that. I must not have imported the right texture. Let me see. Krampeto Kepa, otherwise known as Tumblr user Marble Spiders, or Fuzz Crumpet almost everywhere else, is currently our head Miko. So they have the best armor by quite a ways compared to the Yuyatama siblings, and they can kill people from the top of here. So basically what happens anytime there's a zombie attack is all of the non-military villagers in the village will head up here to the town hall for safety, so they'll retreat to the shrine, and then Krampeto can just like shoot any that follow from above. Speaking of, let's take a look, see if there's any running around at the moment. I don't think there are, but you never know, because they can come from quite a distance. They're basically attracted to them like villagers would be. It looks like we're okay. Actually, let me just get rid of this rain, because this is not good for anybody. It's just me and Sice. Sice the server shoop. So I shall quite quickly get rid of this. Shouldn't be a problem. And then we'll cover everybody else. There's about 20 people on my backlog. Not including the people I've already put in here. So this could take a little bit. Right. Doop. Oshiro Daiki, named after someone. I know that because I put the asterisk, that's the name. I can't remember who. If you know who Oshiro Daiki is, let me know in the comments. And if you are Oshiro Daiki, please, Oshiro Daiki, and oh yeah, this is Finn the Carpenter Soldiers do, send me a skin, because I'd love to get you actually, like, skinned up. Okay, next on our set, Kobayashi Yumeko has not been added yet, is in my backlog. Kamei was seen, Jutsu Papaya is the first named and skinned shrine priest that we have up here. Yep, there they are. And yep, there you are. So this is Luigi Loves Peacely on Tumblr, and I mostly love that Jutsu, meaning juice, but like this name literally just translates as papaya juice. I love that Jutsu is apparently a clan name. I love that it's a last name for papaya here, so that means, therefore, that we can have a whole clan of people named after types of juice. I find that hilarious. Also, I don't mind that this skin is kind of neon. That seems like the kind of attire and look that someone named Papaya Juice would have. Okay, next, Ibuki Megami, also in there, Hayashi Kaede. Oh, Kaede. I was reprimanded by Fuzz about the pronunciation of this name, and it's not sticking in my head very well. And Hayashi Hachiro, both of these they're the Hayashi Kyodai, and they are in our warehouse, and they were kindly skinned by George, otherwise known as I Have Too Many Feelings Help.tumblr. So yeah, they match pretty nicely, and I don't know what exactly you two are doing here. They were having a slap fight earlier, but yeah, there we go. So yeah, they are our dutiful warehouse managers. Hayashi Akane, the third Hayashi member, I have it in my head that they are a sibling to, not a sibling, a cousin to the siblings. So they're going to have a purpose very soon. Hayabusa Kiyoshi, otherwise known as Sawtooth, is our dutiful warrior. He's our soldier. He runs around with his very sharp sword at this point, keeping all the mobs at bay, just outside the village. Fujishiro Amaya is our last. I haven't got them in yet, but basically I can't just like spawn a whole ton of people and then just give them all names and use them for whatever comes later. Partially because I don't have like the space for them to live, and partially because people like Endo and Hayabusa are soldier bases, and then there's the worker base, which is what Risato is. It's what our farmers and stuff are. So, and then I think couriers are their own like base thing. So there's some specialized units you make, and then there's some generic units you make, so it's better for me to just wait until I actually have like a space for people to work in the village. But rest assured, if you're in that backlog, you will come to use. So, with that, whoop, village progress done. So, this is the main crux of the matter today, which is, if I go back into here, we can see that Hachiro is like busily working away at the hand crank torque generator, which is generating a reasonable amount of power over the long term. But it's apparently going nowhere because all of our machines are using it, and particularly this Tesseract. I'm not going to click on this thing because it's crashed me a few times. But if I hop over into the spirit box, in all the speeds that being a spirit could possibly manifest as. Oop, nope. I have another Tesseract here, receiving the excess power from that, and that is going into a hard energy cell and then going into this Ender IO farming station. So when equipped with a hoe, which it presently does not have, because apparently I've run out of them, and an axe, you'd think this would be the other way around, but apparently it just uses the hoe to harvest things. Doesn't use it to till anything. I don't actually know what the axe is for. It might just be for, like, other things. It will pull up these plants and it will, like, eject their produce into here, so that I can just keep getting a whole bunch of stuff. Basically, this is how automated farming works best with the magical crop stuff inside of the Resonant Rise free pack presently. But this constantly uses power. So I need to have something a bit more potent than just little Hachiro working away inside of Soko no Hayashi. Actually, I think I have... Nope, I emptied this out. Drat. Hoisted by my own petard. I had a bunch of tools in here that I could have just stuck in there, but oh well. So we are going to be building a novel idea that I got passed by Kieran Dave not too long ago, because he's his ever-useful sort. A little bit of lag whilst I'm actually loading in from that, but I'll explain. So, Extra Utilities, I believe it is, adds a whole bunch of generators. So you can power things from ender pearls, as I do in a few other, like, various places. You can use pink, you can use lava, you can use a whole bunch of stuff. What I'm interested in using is the potions generator. Now this is an interesting thing. See, I don't know exactly what the coefficient is on how long something burns or how much power it generates, but you stick a potion into the potions generator, it sucks out the potion hood of that potion and uses it as fuel, turning the potion in turn into a water bottle. Now, there is a really, really cheap way that we can use just a bit of Neverwort and our excess sugar canes, which we're still farming, we still have a whole ton of that, to make a surplus of quite a bit of power. So I went onto my test world and I worked around, checked things out, and I think I have a pretty decent idea of how to get this working in such a fashion as to look pretty cool, and to basically create what I'm calling Yokai Technical, which is essentially the machinery section of Yokai Village, where our more technically gifted residents can perhaps like take up their professions. So, for this, you are going to need 2 Ender IO fluid tanks, 2 breweries, at least 1 transfer node for items, at least 3 transfer node for liquid. You can see I've got a whole bundle of this, because I'll explain why. At least a handful of energy conduits. You get like 8 when you craft it, so just go with that. And at least 1 potion generator, but we'll see very quickly. Oh, actually, no, it needs to be 2 item nodes, my mistake. My memory is, as always, sausage. Okay, so let's plonk down our potion generators, because they are our base. So we'll stick those there. And then we need to put a fluid tank here. Now this is basically the exit. This is where our potions come out and then are sucked into the potion generators. So we need to stick an item transfer node there, which will suck all of the outputs of this and put them into these. And let me see, then we need to have an energy conduit here just for the moment, just for me to have like a side here. And I think I need to go like that. There we go. And I need to be down here for another item transfer node. There we go. So this is where the water bottles from the potion generators come into again. So the items come into here, the water comes out here, and then the bottles come out here, and then they go back into here, so the potion that comes back through can be turned into a potion to be sucked out. Fairly straightforward so far. But wait, there's more. So now we need to start adding the breweries. Now, I want to get these facing a nice groove. No, not that way. Yep. Come on, face the right way for me. There, okay. So, the top one needs to take in water. And it needs to take in the water from this tank, so that it can turn that into awkward potion. We then need to take the output fluid of that and put it into here, so it can be turned into, ideally, speed potion, because that's one of the cheapest ones to farm. It's actually one of the original ones you could farm, like the most easily. You just grow Neverwort, you grow sugarcane, speed potion, done. My favorite. Been addicted to it ever since. So, what happens is, water bottles come in here, divided into water this way, bottles this way, speed potion conversion happens, speed potions made, shoved into potion generators, power, output, and all other things happy. Okay, so we need to plunk these together. So this point here is where our power is going to be coming out. And now we just need to make sure that we are getting the water bottles back out of these. So fortunately, it looks like I had just enough of the transfer nodes for this to work. Whoop. You are not meant to be there. Nope. Where is my... There you are. Does that occasionally. It's very strange. So, hook that to these. And then I need to do a little bit of... No, bad. I need to do a little bit of wire maintenance just to make sure everything is going to only where it needs to go. Because you can see it's connected to all manner of places right now, and that is not functional nor efficient. But yeah, if you were watching my Tumblr not too long ago, I think I need something to clean this up with. If you're watching my Tumblr not too long ago, then you will have seen a big post with a bunch of images where I showed you the original linear processing version of this whole design, and then I also got into how I came upon this design that we're presently using, which is incredibly small. Like, this is ludicrously small. Yeah, I can go basically this far as long as I want, and it'll still work, and it'll still grab all the stuff. It's just like basically this section repeated, more or less. But let me see. I need my iron sword. There you are. Can I iron sword bamboo? Nope. I grabbed the wrong kind of wood. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But anyways, next, after this, once I've got actual stable power so that the farms can be running properly, I am going to be working on the next shrine. I don't think at this rate we're going to have the time for it, but the next shrine is, let me just remember, it is called Yokai Shrine, and that is the shrine to the lava column outside of, just outside of, I think it's not Sisis. Nero's? Probably Nero's. I have not traveled very far beyond Yokai, I'll be honest, so consequently I'm a little unclear as to who is where. Okay, so let's get this cut down to at least panels, I think. Nope, needs to be smaller than that. And I know this can be done. So, boop. 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 Nope, there. There, cover. There we go. So that is just cutting these things off so that they don't interact. Because if they interact, then they're going to cause some problems. Okay, and around here as well. And there, and there, and there. Yeah, can't quite make that. Yeah. And there. And there. Whoop. Okay, let me just stick one there and get rid of that one. Just this is nice and uniform. Okay. So, if I put some Neverwort in here, as well as some sugar in there, which we have plenty of, so I'll just grab some of it whilst I'm here, then this can start to generate power. The power isn't going to go anywhere right now, because this isn't hooked up to anything, least of all the Tesseracts. But this should generate power appropriately at this juncture. Let me stick just one last cover here, just because I don't think it'll cause any problems there, but I don't want to particularly try it either. Okay, so let's grab some Neverwort, let's grab some bottles and some water, and we can see this thing running. Now, the original design required some power going into it in order for the in order for the transposers that I was using, the fluid transposers. By the way, mine is presently up here now, because I needed to use that to make the, my memory is terrible, to make the Tesseracts. But the fluid transposer uses power, which isn't ideal in a system that's trying to generate power. You don't particularly want to enter a situation where your engine stops working because it didn't have the power to keep running. You don't want to have to, like, jump start it, essentially. Okay, now, if I plonk this water over here, then I can quite... Yeah. Have I timed out? Oh no, I haven't. Just a slight bit of lag. Okay. So now I can shove these into the right-hand fluid tank, and it should kick off the process. Getting a little bit lost in my own place here. Right. So far, no mobs. I'm quite comfortable with that. So, let me see if I go here. You can see that it's all already emptying out a bit. So just stick that there, stick that there, stick that there. The bottles are all already being sucked out, which is good. They're all ending up in here. There is no fluid in here, but up here, there is quite a bit of water. So, that is already working, so I just need to put in some Neverwort, and we'll start producing speed potions, which will start producing power. A fair bit of power at that. Hey. And then I'll put a nice little look over it for Yokai Technical, and we can get some of our villagers, maybe Risuto, in there, just so that she's not wandering around all the time, potentially to her doom. Let me see, what can I put? There it is. Just grab some Neverwort. Again, this isn't going to produce very much power at the moment, because I don't particularly want it to be producing very much power at the moment, because it will just run into its supply. Okay, so that is generating Awkward Potion. This will eventually start to generate Speed Potion. We will see that happening once this hits that first red line of 3,000 millibuckets. There we go. So now we're producing Potion of Swiftness. And after a little while, it will actually output one. There we go. 1 bucket worth goes into that. We can hear it. And it is being producing power over here. Just turn off NEI. So there we go. Power level 80 for 30 seconds just from that. So, ton of power. Pretty handy. And I can expand this quite happily. So, just as long as I have like hoppers or something over here, or a courier, maybe Risto could do that. I don't know, maybe one of the currently unused villagers could do that. They can just run over here, supply this thing, make sure everything is running quite nicely, and we can have power. Nice, clean, renewable power for Yokai. Because we don't want to mess up the environment around here. And is that somebody... What the heck is Tanaka doing over there? Is there somebody fighting over here? Is there somebody I need to know about? Yes, it looks like there was. Well, nobody died, so that's positive. Oh, and here's the soup, who is apparently doing, like, farm maintenance. Hi, Sice. How are you? Alright. Well, unfortunately, it looks like we're a bit out of time to be checking out Yogan Shrine, but Potion Engine, get! So now we can actually start turning mystical energies of potions and tonics and such into power. So we'll start off next episode with Yogan Shrine, okay? Catch you then.